Namaskar. Let's talk about Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is a form of yogic sleep. It's a conscious relaxation technique. The purpose of Yoga Nidra is to achieve physical, mental, and emotional relaxation. The results are a restful state of mind and basically a restorative mindset. Now, how do you learn about Yoga Nidra? My suggestions would be to attend a workshop or to take a course. There are some things that you should be aware of as far as using Yoga Nidra. It's going to go really well with a place that's running restorative classes. So if you've got somebody who's receptive to restorative styles, that's fine. If you get somebody who's practicing yin, so yin classes, it could be an offshoot of that. You could even offer it later on after you've studied how to do it, because it's like this: research, study, practice, and master, and finally teach. So it's going to be a while before you get it down. My advice as far as the practice is, it's really great for insomnia. At least that's how I've personally found it. So you have those nights when you have a lot of thoughts. What I do is I try to write those down and leave them on the kitchen table. And that way I'm not worrying. But inevitably, we run up against something in our lives that will be a situation where we have to compensate, and maybe writing everything that's bothering you on a list and putting it on the kitchen table just isn't enough. And so you're dealing with insomnia. Now, do I take pills? Sometimes that is an answer, but I'm going to say that Yoga Nidra is much more effective. And it doesn't have the grogginess that pills have in the following day when you wake up. So, how do you do it? One is set an intention. Another is to be aware of your body and to realize that you might not get to sleep, or you might get to sleep. Either way, you win. But by not getting to sleep, you're actually in that Nidra state where you are in between a form of meditation, if you will. I wouldn't exactly say it's meditation, but I would say it's somewhat of an offshoot of meditation. But there's a number of things going on here. So you're in twilight. It's easy enough to achieve if you're dealing with insomnia, because what's happening is you may be laying in your favorite position. And all you have to do is set an intention, be aware of your body. The easiest way that I've found is breath awareness, and even combining a mental mantra. My favorite one is this: inhale, thank; exhale, you. And thank you because I'm grateful that I'm here for another day. Someone else might not adopt that particular viewpoint for one reason or another. They feel that maybe they'd rather do something that was a traditional Sanskrit mantra, and that's fine. Or a different affirmation, and that's fine. Or maybe they're not grateful, so they have their own mantra. Hopefully we'll keep it positive. So when we stop and we think about it, breath awareness is probably the easiest way to deal with staying in the zone. Now, the other thing is emotional awareness, which is going to happen because if you're being bothered by something that's causing you to be dealing with insomnia, then what's happening is you're trying to deal with this roller coaster of emotional flow, and it can get to you. I mean, it can get to you if you're in a, for example, you're in some kind of a situation where there's a family crisis. Though all of those things affect your own situation and how you can practice Nidra and what kind of results you'll get. The other thing is some people love visualization. So they might have something set up where they're practicing Nidra with visualization. And that will work as well. But to recap, I would say definitely if you want to include this in your classes, then you should definitely either take a course or a workshop. Use what you can practically in your own life and master that. Then start to teach it as an add-on. You could easily introduce it as a workshop of your own once you've mastered it. Or you could just do a small spin-off, say at the end of a restorative class or the end of a yin class. And I think those are two styles that really match up well with the whole concept of Yoga Nidra. How long would it take? It depends. I mean, you could obviously do a short tour, which might be 15 minutes, or you could do a fairly long practice, which might be an hour. And in some cases where it was dealing with insomnia myself, I would say it was 4 hours. So did I feel more rested? I would say it was okay. So, you know, you're gonna read all these things that say that it's better than sleep and everything else. I'd say it's comparable, but I'd love to see some of the studies where they are making claims where it's better than sleep. The jury's out with me on that one. So with that said, I wish you farewell. Namaste.